Hi guys, hashtag boss of Nikki here, coming at you live again. Okay, so hold on. I didn't think about this till just now. Put my phone on mute because last time I had went live, I think it was in a group, so you guys didn't see it, but everybody kept texting me and I was like, So, hi, all right. So today, I am going to talk about some things that have come to light to me in the last year. I've been kind of hesitant on it just because it can be controversial to some people, and I would rather keep the peace if I can. Also, I really wanted to learn all the facts before I got on here, but that is not the case. God actually spoke to me recently and made me realize that I've always known that I'm intuitional, but I need to listen to my intuition. That's what I've always done, is listen to my intuition. And it's actually made a huge difference in my life. And I just know things. I just do. It's just who I am. It's just how it is. So I'm going to share things with you guys today that piss me off. Like straightforward piss me off, and things that I never used to think about. It never used to pop in my head. It never used to be a thing. When I would hear others talk about it, it was just like I thought they were crazy. So yeah, I do have notes, because if not, I will go on a rampage and just ramble and ramble. So when you see me looking down or whatnot, it is me looking at my notes to make sure I'm covering everything I wanted to cover and not going into too much nonsense. Yeah. So, I don't care if I have all the research and all the facts. What I know matters, and it has to be said. So, I felt like I was doing everybody a dishonor by keeping my mouth shut with everything that I know, and have learned and have felt and experienced and witnessed and all of these things. Well, yeah. So how many of you guys take ibuprofen because you have a headache, because something's inflamed, because you're sore, whatever reason? How many of you use bleach to disinfect? Like, what is that like your go-to? I know for most people, they're like, oh, somebody's sick, get the bleach out. We're going to disinfect everything so nobody else can get it. For ladies, how many of you use the most expensive skincare and makeup that there is out there? I know I used to. It seemed to work the best. So, how many of you are depressed? How many of you are constantly sick? How many of you sleep like shit? How many have anger issues? I used to have so many, and I still can, but not like I used to. I used to sleep terribly. I'd be so angry all the time. One little thing could set me off, and I would just go and keep going and keep going. I just get so mad, and I couldn't calm down. So I used to take medications that I, was told would help, and I just assumed, that they would. That they were good for me because it's medication. Medication can't be bad for you. It helps, right? I assumed doctors knew all, especially when I was younger. I'm not saying that they don't know stuff now. They obviously know way more than I do about the human body and how things work and how to help with a lot of things. Love doctors. They do a lot for us. But there's certain things that they're just not taught in depth, and they can't know everything in the first place. So there's just certain things that they just don't know, because they just don't. They're not taught it. So one day I realized as I was growing up that when I would take medication, when I would get sick or whatnot. Hold on. Babe, can you shut the dryer off, please? Sorry. The dryer just keeps doing its done cycle when it's done. I don't want it to keep going off. But anyways, one day when I would get sick, I would take, you know, antibiotics or whatever medication the doctor prescribed me to help me, and I just realized they stopped working. Like, I would still be sick, and I would need more and more and more, and I'd be taking more and more. And then I started realizing that I was getting sick when I would take medication, depending on the medications that I took. Thank you.
Turn up the signal.
So there is... That was just kind of like a first eye-opener for me, if that makes sense. Like, why am I getting sick? Why am I having new issues arise when I'm taking this stuff? So that was just something that, yeah. So I used to use all the name brand cleaning products, okay? I loved Scrub and Bubbles, y'all. Like, that stuff was amazing. I could spray it. It would just do its little thing, as you could picture the commercial with all the little scrubbers, cute little scrubbers, okay? I loved scrubbing bubbles. I loved bleach. Bleach worked great. But every time I used bleach, I would sneeze, I would cough. I mean, it would drain me. Like, I would literally, it was like I got like a whole sinus rinse, okay? It did not affect me well. And I used to use really good skincare and makeup. I used to use, you know what, Colgate toothpaste. There's so many things that I used to use all the time, because why would something be out there that's bad for you if, you know, it would be illegal, right? Like, there wouldn't be things out there that are bad for us and can cause us harm that we use on a daily basis and are told to use on a daily basis, right? Like, that's how most of us think. Some of us don't. Go you. But most of us think that way. So why did I use these? I couldn't tell you. I just assumed everything worked. I just assumed it was safe. It's like I was programmed that way or something, to just be taught that that's how it is. But I didn't think they were bad for us. I knew, you know, not to ingest certain things, because that would be stupid and can cause a lot of harm. But why was I not thinking outside of that? Why would I use it if it can cause harm inside? It can cause just as much harm outside, can't it? Inhaling it. You know how much stuff, I mean, that's how we get sick, is by inhaling stuff. Not always. I mean, when we touch things and we touch our face or we eat, that's other ways. But I mean, like, you can inhale. There's airborne stuff out there that can cause you to be sick. Everybody's touching their face all the time. Although right now, I'm sure a lot of people are more aware of not touching their face. But, why did I assume these things, y'all? This is where it can get controversial. But I assumed these things because of the FDA. Because they do everything to protect us. They don't give us harmful things. They research things and make sure that they're safe for us. At least that's what I assumed and thought, and that's what they promote. It's definitely not how I feel anymore, but that's what they promoted. They want to give us products that can cause us harm. I'm so not feeling that right now, and I don't trust anything that they say. So, if you guys don't know, I switched my entire house out in the last year, not just all at once. It took me time to switch things out to natural cleaning products, to natural medicines, to natural holistic type care. And when I say everything, like, I literally mean everything. I changed what I clean my bathrooms with, what I clean my windows with, my mirrors with, what I clean my kitchen with, my laundry detergent, my toothpaste, my floss, my mouthwash, my skincare, my makeup, my shampoo, my conditioner, everything. I literally changed out everything. Like, everything. Did I do this all in one day? Nope. Did I do this all in 1 month? Nope. It took me time to build up to that. My entire medicine cabinet. I don't use any medications anymore. I use all natural healing and wellness stuff, and it's worked way better. Way better. So, one of the things that kind of opened my eyes, one of the reasons that I kind of started going down this path, and one of the reasons that I'm so pissed about it today because of everything I realized, is side effects. How many times have you heard, this medication could cause this, this. Don't take this if this is happening, and don't do this if this is happening, and la da 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 da. Yet people still take it. Yet people still want it because they're desperate, and that's why the medication was made. And then people make money, and they're just woohoo. And then the people still aren't getting better, and they're getting worse, or new things are arising, and they're having more issues than they were having, and all these new things are starting. Like, but no, it's just part of the medication because we knew they could be side effects, but we were okay with it. Why? Why are you okay with it? Like, you shouldn't be okay with it. You shouldn't be okay. You shouldn't just assume that, because they're saying it's okay to take, that it's okay to take, because it's not. It's not. It can cause you more harm than good. Why this blows my mind and pisses me off is I feel like, for lack of a better word, is we've been programmed this way. If you think of how everything gets portrayed, if you look at things, we've been desensitized to just be okay with things, with certain things. Like, it's just okay for things to happen the way they do because that's just how it is. It's what we've seen in movies. It's what we've heard the media talk about. It's what we've heard other people talk about. We trust it. It's just how it is. It's the way life is. Just go with it. It's cute. It's cute. I disagree 100%. It is not okay. It frustrates me. It pisses me off that people just think everything is fine. Because that's how it was. And I'm not hating on anybody. I want everybody to know that because I used to be that way, okay? I used to think the same way. I used to do these things. I used to use these products. I used to do all of these things. And then finally I realized that it's, yeah, okay. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, back to my notes, because if not, I get off track. So there's so many questions I ask now because I opened my eyes. So I started researching ingredients on products that I used all the time, and researching things that I just know my friends use and family uses and stuff, and how they can affect people, and how these things can have an effect on our health, on our mental state, on so many things. So ingredients on a lot of the cleaning supplies that I used, on a lot of the daily toiletries that I used, on medications that I used. We all know medications have side effects, but other things that we use on a daily basis without even thinking about it, the food we eat, the toothpaste we use, the shampoo, the conditioner, everything, makeup, lotions, everything, hand sanitizers that we use, like, we just assume like they're not affecting us in the ways they do. So things, if you were to research ingredients of how they can affect you, they can cause low libido, they can cause infertility, they can cause you to gain weight, and have a hard time losing it. They can cause you to be underweight, and have a hard time gaining weight. Certain, depression, anxiety, hormone disruptors, they can irritate asthma, cause allergies. A lot of them are carcinogenic, and can cause death. Certain ingredients in products that we use daily are literally toxic to us. It's poison. If we were to have that ingredient by itself, it could kill us miserably, quickly. Some of them, I'm assuming, I didn't do that much research on those, but it can kill us. Imagine using these products that we're using with literally poison in them that can kill you, can literally kill you if used alone. And we're using this over the course of our lives on a daily, weekly basis, monthly. I don't know how often people clean. I know how often I clean, but some things we use daily. So imagine how that's affecting us over the course of our entire life. Imagine what it's doing to you because we're using these deadly poisonous things in such small doses. How is that affecting you? Have you ever asked that? Have you ever wondered that? These are all things that I think I knew on some level, but I didn't think they could be bad or they'd be illegal. Like, why would things that are that bad for us be out there for us to be able to just use all the time? So I just assumed they'd be illegal. We're fine. It's cool. So when people used to talk about this, I would think they're talking out of their asses. Like, you make no sense. Like, this doesn't, like, you're stupid. Because I was blind. I didn't want to accept that fact. And now I ask questions for dates when somebody's here, use this. Okay, well, what's in it? Well, how's that affect you? Well, do you know this? But what about this? I drive people crazy. And I give 0 fucks. So, let's see what else I have on my notes. So, okay, yep. How did I realize that this was a thing? Like, what made me start opening my eyes? What made me start asking questions? What made me start doing all of these things? So, as the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. So, as I told you, in this whole last year, I have switched out all of my products. Literally everything I use. I've switched out to plant-based, natural products that have no chemicals in them whatsoever. And they still work just as well. Like, if not better. Okay? Actions speak louder than words. I physically, personally noticed a difference within myself using plant-based products and not using chemical products. And I got healthier and I felt better and I was more vibrant. The more I switched products out, because I didn't switch everything out all at once. I couldn't. But the more I switched things out, the more I started using things, the more I started asking questions, the more I started opening my eyes, the healthier I got, the better I felt. So many things. I sleep better. I have asthma, y'all, and I would clean and I would get an asthma attack. There's just so many things that would cause my asthma. I would just randomly be sitting there and my asthma would just start acting up. No reason. I have no idea why it's acting up. Doesn't happen anymore. Just being surrounded by that stuff and using chemical stuff and synthetics affected me that much to where I could just be sitting there and hours later after putting something on or using something, it's still irritating me, but it's starting to where I could see it's irritating me because there's my asthma. There's all the stuff. And now my asthma hardly bothers me. Sorry, I thought I said that wrong. Like, I hardly have asthma problems anymore. Now, if I go for a run, I use essential oils. You guys know that. I say that. I put essential oil on my chest for my asthma, and it helps open everything up. And my asthma, that's usually when my asthma acts up the most, is working out. I don't struggle on a daily basis with depression. Y'all, like, everybody I feel like struggles with depression. And I don't have good days and bad days with the bad outweighing the good. I have good days with the good outweighing the bad. Like, this is how much it's changed, how much stuff has turned around for me. I smile more, I get to be more myself. I don't feel like I'm just alone, and I don't have those days where I feel like I'm suffocating because of how bad my anxiety is. I don't have those days where I feel like I don't understand why all these people who love me and support me would. Like, I'm just like a terrible person and I'm just saying all these bad things about myself and I can't control it, and I'm just so unhappy and I don't understand why. Like, why am I feeling this? I don't get it. I don't have that anymore. Like, that is not a problem for me. There's days that I might have blue feelings, but it has not been as intense as it was when I started switching stuff, before I started switching all this stuff out. Like, my happiness has grown dramatically, all because I changed products and I started using better things and I started asking questions. So, what did I say? I said I sleep better, my asthma's better, I don't struggle with depression on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. I have some days that are bad still, but nothing compared to the other stuff. Anxiety, yeah, it's gotten better, except when I'm stressed, and I've found things to be able to help with that, and it's made a huge difference. But if I don't use those things, then I notice that my anxiety is still pretty bad. Allergies. Y'all, I hated this time of year, okay, because I would just sneeze, and my eyes would itch, and I would itch, and it just sucked. And my nose, and I would drip, and then I'd wake up, and my throat was sore because I would just have this post-nasal drip all the time, and it sucked. Okay, I did not like it. I hated it. And I didn't know what to do. I took allergy medication. I took the Flonase nose stuff. I did sinus rinses. I did all the things that you're supposed to do, but nothing helped. What? I would go to the doctor and tell them. They'd be like, well, I'm going to tell you, here, take this. They never tried to fix the problem. They never tried to get to the root of the problem. They just tried to help deal with the immediate thing, and it never helped. So allergies are pretty much non-existent. I mean, I still have days where I have itchy eyes. Sometimes I'll be sneezy. Sometimes I'll have a runny nose. But for the most part, like, I'm not miserable like I used to be. I mean, I would be like, am I sick or do I have allergies? Like, this is how bad my allergies would get. Like, do I have a cold right now, or is this just how bad my allergies are? Because this is how bad they would get. And that's not a thing anymore. All because I switched out products and I started asking questions. So, I'm not sick. I'm not even kidding when I say this, guys. I am not sick anymore. When the seasons would change and it would start coming into fall, and so like from September, October-ish to like February, March-ish, I felt like I was just sick. Like, I would just lay on the couch, miserable, head colds, sore throats, congestion. Like, I couldn't catch a break. I would start to feel better, and then boom, I was sick again, and then boom, I was sick again, and then that doesn't help with depression and anxiety either. And I just felt like I would be sick for those months on end, and I didn't know what to do to get ahead. I would do all the things. I would take all the supplements. I would eat all the right foods. I would do all the things to be better, and I wasn't better. I was just sick all the time. And I'm sorry, but that saying of I am sick and tired, being sick and tired is a real thing. And I felt that on a whole level, y'all. Like, I felt it. I am tired of being sick and tired. And guess what? I am not sick anymore. This last year, this was the very first year that I didn't get sick. Didn't get sick, y'all. I got sick twice. But I still don't count it as being sick, because it wasn't like I could still function. I could still live. I wasn't just like down for the count, and I felt like I was gonna die, and I was just praying for death to take me already because of how miserable sometimes my illness would get. And it just And so I got sick twice, and when I got sick, I could feel that I was sick. I could feel my body was fighting something. I could feel my energy was low. But I could still function, I could still work, I could still be around people, I could still have fun, I could still enjoy my life, and I was only sick for a few days and I was back to my normal self. Literally. Each time I got sick twice. And that's how it was for me. Like, that just blew my mind. And now here we are, a year later, of me switching all these products out, of me doing all these different things, of me starting to ask questions, of me starting to do research, of me just getting more pissed off of how we were and how everything is and how we're just assuming things. And I look back at the last year and I noticed I got sick twice. I noticed my allergies got better. I noticed my confidence got up. I noticed that I'm not as sad as I once was. I noticed I'm more confident in myself. My self-esteem is a lot higher. I'm not a scared little girl anymore like I used to be. Like, and this is all in 1 year. 1 year of me slowly changing things, of me slowly making a difference in my life, of me slowly starting to step up and take control of what I need. And everybody else needs to start waking up and opening their eyes and seeing that there's differences to be made. Like, I noticed a difference. I literally felt the difference within myself. Physically, I felt the difference, and I saw the difference, and I could look back on this last year and see it. And I could see everything through the whole year and how my life changed and transformed. All because I started using better choices. Like, better options for cleaning, better options for my shampoo, better options for my makeup, better options for my toothpaste, everything. My supplements, everything that I use has made a huge difference, and I've literally felt it. I've literally lived it, and I've seen the difference. And I have tried so many other things in previous years, guys. It's not like this was my first year of just going and changing stuff. I had tried other things. I had tried to make a difference. I had already started to see things. It was this last year that my eyes just kept opening because I kept seeing the difference. It's like because I could breathe better, I was able to see better. Like, And so it's not like I just switched randomly and did all these changes and then all of a sudden, like, I noticed these differences. Like, no, I had tried other things. I had done things that people had said would help, and I didn't. This was the first thing. This was the first time. And I found a company that actually made a difference in my life. So, no, I don't just assume things are safe because it's legal. I don't just assume that it's good for me. And you shouldn't either. I always ask questions now. And I hate that I always just used to assume things. And hate is a strong word, y'all. And I do. Like, that is, if I have regrets in life, that's one of them. Like, one of my regrets would be the fact that I just assumed. And I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just assume? This is what you're being told all the time. I can't keep my mouth shut anymore. I can't sit here and learn the things that I'm learning and not share it with you, even if it could cause, you know, a debate. It could piss a lot of people off. I could lose some friends over it. I don't care. Like, I can't stay silent when I have physically felt and seen the difference. Read your labels, Google your ingredients, see how they are affecting you. Majority of natural products that they have on the market are still toxic to you and your family. They still have ingredients in there that aren't good for you. They're not natural. That's just a loose term that's thrown around because they have a certain amount of natural ingredients in there. Or they don't even like work in the ways of why you used other chemical laden stuff in the first place. Because you would use those things to disinfect and clean things. Don't keep allowing yourself to be controlled and be desensitized to the truth of what's really going on. This shit is real and it's happening and it's affecting millions. Millions of people are sick and dying, and a lot of it could be helped just because of changing your products. You wouldn't be as sick, you wouldn't be as blue, you wouldn't be dying, you wouldn't have all these issues if you weren't using these products daily and over the course of your life, letting it affect your body. Be pissed because I'm pissed. I am furious that we are taught that these things are safe, even like told that they're safe, but then you read the labels and you realize that they're not safe. If you read the labels of half the things, they say do not ingest, do not put on skin, may cause irritation here, may do this, but we're using it. It's clearly not safe. I'm pissed that I never asked questions. I'm pissed that so many are sick and dying, and a lot of it can be helped just by using better products and asking questions. Take control of your life. Take control of your family. Like, open your eyes. See what's going on. See that there's a difference to be made, and see that there's better ways and there's better options out there, and you could feel better, and you could be less depressed, and you could be less anxious, and you could be happier, and you could smile more, and not just put on a show to do it. Like, you could truly have that. See it. Feel better. Be happier. Sleep better. All right, guys. I'm pissed. I'm over that. And I had to get it out there. I had to say something because I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut. I am. I hope everybody is having a great day. And if I pissed any of you off, I'm sorry. I hope you guys are pissed for the reasons I'm pissed and not because you think I sound like a moron. And if you do, I really don't care. So, I hope everybody's having a great day. And I'll be back at you at some point. So y'all have a great Sunday fun day. All right? Bye.